Hi and welcome to today's video, which, if you've read the title, I'm going to talk about DMs, which is quite a touchy subject, to be honest. I thought I'd film it out here so that you can listen to the sound of my people. I hadn't really planned on doing that, but hey, girls awake. Hey ladies. So let's talk about DMs. So, I think I should start by clarifying something, that I am very humbled to have as many followers that I do. In my personal case, I'm talking about my Instagram account. So I don't have a big YouTube account or anything like that. This is maybe more relevant to people that perhaps do have YouTube accounts, because if they've got bigger traffic on YouTube, they end up getting bigger traffic on their social media accounts as well. So I started off my account not that long ago, and as the follower count grew, occasionally I would get DMs, and they would usually be care related, not too complex questions, and I would answer them because it wasn't that many, it was just a few, and I would take the time to respond because I was like, wow, like these people are reaching out to me. And also the bottom line is, I want to help like as many rats as I can. So I would answer the DMs, I would help out, and I would answer. And quite often the questions that I did answer, it would be healthcare related. And the bottom line, I am not a vet. I am not a replacement for a vet. If your rat is like desperately ill, urgently ill, like take it to a vet. Like don't DM people and like want replies. If your rat is so sick, or any animal for that matter, if your pet is so sick, please just take it to a vet and actually get veterinary advice. So the DMs I'd get would be kind of healthcare related, sometimes like, you know, habitat, etc. So I'd answer them. And then this, like, as my channel, as my Instagram kind of grew and I got more and more followers, I would get obviously more and more people DMing me, and I was finding it harder to have the energy to reply, especially when, I'll use some examples, especially when I would have someone ask me for help and my reply would be something like, your pet sounds really ill, please take them to a vet, it's potentially X that's wrong with them. And their response to that would be something along the lines of, I don't know any rat savvy vets, I don't have any money, I can't get to one for another couple of days, I don't get paid for another week, what can I do in the meantime? You've essentially told me your pet is desperately ill. I've responded that it needs emergency vet attention, and you've told me that you will not give it to the pet because you can't for XYZ reason. So that's mentally draining. Knowing that that pet is suffering because you cannot, for, you know, XYZ reasons, take it to the vet like I've suggested because it's badly ill. So I started kind of not really answering DMs. Like I started kind of ignoring them, to be honest. And occasionally I'd get like a kind of more generic, nicer one, and you kind of answer it and whatever. But then you would always get the one that would kind of throw you off and make you question why you even answered in the first place. The one that really kind of put an end to me, for me anyway, was one that, or a couple, sorry, that when they would ask, they would say what was wrong with their animal, and quite honestly I would suggest that it sounded like they needed put to sleep. And they would be saying back to me, no, it's okay, they'll be fine, I'll just do this, this and this. And that's frustrating because A, why have you bothered answering me when you don't like what I've given you as a response? You're just going to do what you want anyway. And it's like they basically wanted me to tell them it was fine what they were doing, you know, just carry on, don't worry about it, they'll be fine. They literally wanted to hear what they wanted to hear, and I didn't give them that answer because I disagreed. And there was one that I spoke to, you know, sometime, this is a long time ago now, and spoke to someone about something. It was quite generic. And then they started asking more questions about, I think it was care, it doesn't matter, just say it was care. They started asking more thorough questions. And I chose not to respond. Now, when I chose not to respond, they then started sending quite a hateful message after that. That basically made it sound like that they were entitled, that they expected a reply from me, and that I should be giving them a reply because that is what I should be doing. You know, it is my place to respond to this person and give them an answer. And you know, I don't even know if I've still got the message to go back and do it, but I'm not shaming anyone. I'm not going to shame the person who sent this. But the way they spoke to me was quite frankly disgusting. You know, you shouldn't speak like that to another human being. I would never speak like that to someone else and demand, because that's essentially the way this wording was. They were demanding that I respond to them. To us, I'm probably pretty sure, I think I blocked them, because I am not, you know, that is not what I'm here for. Yes, I have a very big platform on Instagram. Yes, I will try to help when I can. I put out quite a few YouTube videos now when I can. I try and give you helpful information. I try and help you with your rat care. I've put out food videos, care videos, cage videos. You know, I've tried to help better the lives of rats. But it is disappointing and quite, honestly, quite heartbreaking to get messages like that and the way people sometimes speak to you like that in DMs. And because of that, I just stopped answering. You know, I look at them in there and honestly I just delete them. And I do feel bad in a way, because I feel bad for the people that are generally, you know, nice people reaching out. But I do not want to make exceptions. I'm more likely to try and respond to you as a comment on like my Instagram or my YouTube or even my Twitter. I will more likely reply to you in the comments. I'm comfortable with doing that. But yeah, just the way DMs have been, and hearing, like, I've not had nearly as bad as what I've heard other people had. I have heard and seen like copies of what has been sent to my friends, and quite frankly it's, again, disappointing. It's disappointing and sad that people act like that towards another human being. And you know, it's not that me or any other of these people that are being approached on a platform, it is not that we are ungrateful to you if you're a follower. You know, that's wonderful. We are not ungrateful to you, but we are just one person. You know, we're one person. We are not a vet. We're not a replacement for a vet. We are not someone that you should be coming to in an emergency. You know, you should be taking your pet to get emergency care if they are sick. There is also so many wonderful forums that you can join, which can get you quite instant answers, to be honest. And I would say it's 10 times better than DMing a single person, because instead of getting one person's biased answer, you can get 10 or 20 people's answers. And that is much more important than taking one person's answer. So there's so many Facebook groups. So if you're watching this and you are a rat lover, because obviously that in particular, that is what my page is about. I keep rats, that is what I talk about. If you're on Facebook, I recommend you join Rat Care UK. It has got a lot of members, a lot of experienced breeders, a lot of experienced people in terms of medicine for rats. They're not vets, but however they can recommend what you can ask your vet for. So I'm stressing, please join these forums. Find the ones that are good for your animal's care, join these and use these to ask your questions, or as I said, put them in the comment sections. If it's a comment section of a video, if it's a comment section of, you know, an Instagram picture, use that to ask your questions. I think I'm going to stop here because that's coming up 10 minutes. I want to say, I hope I've got my point across as to why I personally now no longer answer DMs. I know there's other people that I've made it public why they don't answer DMs. So all I'm asking is, please take a minute to think. You know, none of us are ungrateful. We appreciate you for following and liking our content. We will always appreciate that. But we're not a replacement for a vet, and you cannot place this expectation on me or anybody else that's a big YouTuber, big Instagram followers, anything. You cannot put that expectation on us to have to answer you. So I'm just going to leave it there. I think that's where I'll end it. I'm sorry this has ended up being a bit of a ranty video. I've been thinking about filming this for a while and I wanted to get it out. But the bottom line is, I do appreciate every single one of you that follow me. I'm sorry that I do not answer my DMs. If you do want to get in contact with me, you're best to comment on this video, comment on my Instagram pictures, and I'm more likely to see and respond to that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which is hopefully a lot more of a positive one.